So hello again. I've got this floor completely cleaned. I vacuumed it and got everything out of here that I know of. There might still be some stuff in here, but it'll be onesie twosies and I could always get it out later. I took that big piece of furniture out, moved it out here in the hall. So it's up on felt pads. I could slide it easily on this floor. It was really hard to move around in here, so I need room in here to do some cutting into the floor in order to get access to the electrical box. So that's why I moved that out. Now down here in the dining room, underneath that floor, I've moved the dining room table out. And yesterday I spent the whole day tracing out the wiring up in the ceiling, and I have a light switch right here which controls the lighting in the dining room. That light there, and it's a three-way, and this light over here does the same thing. So what I did is I determined that the power comes from some outlets over here on this wall, basically jumpers from this one over to this one, and then it goes up into the ceiling and goes into that light, and then from there it goes down over into here and comes into this light. So I opened up this, took this light fixture down yesterday, and I added a couple more wires, a red and white for my hot and neutral, and I brought them over into here, and here they are coming out. I also noticed that this box here, even though it had a single switch in it, is big enough to handle two switches. So I've cut out the additional stuff here, and I'm going to remove this mud, whatever the thing is called here. I'm going to remove this single one and I'm going to put a double one in there and add one switch. So it's just lucky that I happen to have a double inside this wall pre-done, so I don't have to cut out any drywall. And so what I bought is a light switch that is dimmable. This is let's see if I can get this. It says dimmable. It's got this little thing on it that allows you to dim it. You can turn it on and off, but then also you can dim it with this thing. And it just fits where switches go. So hopefully I can fit this and the existing one in the same spot. So I'm going to remove this plate. I'm going to remove this mud backing thing, flange, whatever it's called, and put in, and then I'm going to find out what I need to put in a double one and put that in and get the switch in. Or, you know, I have to run electrical, but today's the day for the lights. I have to locate where they go, so I'm going to do that. So after much carving, I was able to pull it out. This is the mud whatever thing. I'll know what it is when I go buy another one, but it came out of that hole, and you can see that's a full-size box, but it had a customized, or you know, had a single one in there, so I'm gonna go buy a double one and put it in there. So hopefully the hole's not too big. I made it just big enough to get this out, and hopefully I can get it all back together again and put a plate over it and it'll cover the hole. Okay, so what I've done here is I've gone into my dining room and I made a bunch of marks all over the ceiling, and I've located where I want to put my lights, and that dot to the upper right is the one is where I want my center of my light to be. Lower right there. I've got it basically off the corners of the dining room table. So I've got all of them marked. Lower left, and lower left. These are the marks around my dining room table. And it turns out that I've got them centered, and I marked the joist. You can see those are the joist marks there, and it's right in between them, so it'll allow me to put it up there without any problem. Over here I've got the joist marks right there, and it's located right there, so it's in between. So I did that, and it turns out it has to pass through. I'm going to have to deal with 1, 2, 3 joists in order to run my electrical. So I'll show you what that means for upstairs. And I transferred measurements from downstairs to where the electrical box is for the chandelier, and that X marks the spot right there. It's off of that wall and that wall. And so then what I did is I created a box around it, the square line. That's where I'm going to cut. And this is going to open up the floor, allow me to drill through the joists and get at the box on the back side, whatever I need to do. And I'm going to cut this before I drill any holes, because I want to look down in and verify that there's nothing obstructing where these lights are going to go, like electrical. I don't know how the electrical is running to the fan or to the chandelier, so I have to verify that it's not going to be in the way of one of these boxes. So I'm going to open this floor up next. I happen to know that the thickness of this plywood flooring is 23/32, which is basically 3/4 of an inch. So I'm going to make sure that I get through that, but not too much more. So I'm going to go about 7/8 of an inch. That'll give me 1/8 of an inch. I'll be cutting into the joists 1/8 of an inch or so, but I'm not really worried about that. Basically what you do is you start, and I also looked around this line here and I noticed it's not going through any nails. Once I get the cut out, then I got to deal with it being nailed down. That's going to be another challenge, but hopefully I can get it up without any problem. It's probably glued too, so it's going to be a big pain in the butt. But you basically start it in the line and then just start cutting. And there's one cut. I'll do it all and then let you know how that goes. Cuts. And now I gotta pry it up. And this is the fun part. It's gonna be fun. Like I said, it's going to be fun. I don't think I did. I think I got through this one all the way. gonna be a battle. Once you get it started, it comes up. I don't care about it. I'm going to put a new piece down, so. And there you have it. Two nails together. There's the box right there. I don't know if you can see that. You see how the conduit's running to it? It runs over that way, so it looks like it's going to be out of the way of any fans I plan on putting in. I'll clean up this hole and clean up the room and get back to you after that. Hello. Well, I went to the store, bought some stuff. For one thing, I bought the little metal cover. Oh, let's see, I think I have it over here. I bought this thing here, which is for two of them. So I'm going to put this on here. That's the hole I was showing you before, but this is one. This is for two switches and the same depth. So I'll get that on. I also bought some conduit, pre-made pieces, 6 feet long, 4 of them, one for each light. And let's see, I took the chandelier down, as you can see, there it is, and if you look up inside there, you notice I can see right up into the bedroom upstairs. It's all lit up, it's dark, it's getting dark outside. But you'll also notice that when you look up inside there, there's four of those knockouts on the back. There's actually 5, but I could put 4 of them in the back side there, one for each light. And so that one there on that corner would go over to that light, and then, you know, one for each one. So
that's going to work out pretty good. Now what I got to do is cut the holes for the ceiling fan. I mean for the, geez, I don't know what I'm thinking. Cut the holes for the recessed lights, which that part bothers me. But that's what I got to do next. So I took a box and my little saw and I cut a hole. So now I got one of the holes cut. There's the right there is where the chandelier is. You can see the rooms upstairs is lit, so I could see right at it. And there's the first hole. They give you a little template, put around it, and then you just trace around it and you have your hole. Before I do all the other holes, I want to take this drill bit and this drill and try drilling a hole through the joist to find out if my plan's going to work, and then I'll do the other ones. So I'll talk to you later. So here I am up in the bedroom, and there's my box where my chandelier hangs from. That's where I'm going to tap in. I'm going to go through this joist and then through this joist and go around the corner and up underneath there. That's where the hole is that I'm going to go to. So it's hopefully this 6-foot piece of this stuff is going to reach. I kind of think it will. If I lay it like that, goes over there quite a bit, and yep, that's right over the hole, so that should work. So first thing I'm going to do is drill some holes through these joists. The thing I wanted to tell you, this stuff is pre-made, and the neat thing about it is that you have this fitting on the end of it, but this whole thing unscrews and comes out. So I can take this thing off, and then it's this is how big the hole has to be. So I chose 3/4 inch, which should do it. That'll give me enough room. So I'm gonna go ahead and drill one, and basically you put this in the drill bit and you just drill through the joist. So I'm not gonna film that. So I was just thinking about something. This cable doesn't do perfect 90 degree. It has this curve radius. You don't want to stress it. So I thought I can't drill a hole right above here because it might not make the corner. So I decided to do it over here. I'm thinking that I can make it through that without any problem. In fact, I'm sure I can do that, so I'm going to give it a shot. Now with this stuff here, let's run this in here. Now what I gotta do is punch this hole out. I need to go downstairs and pull that off of there, but this is gonna go right in there like that. Just like that. And that's just beautiful. And that is plenty long enough. What I'll do is stick out the hole. There. It's coming out the hole, so I can wire it to the box. Beautiful. So all I got to do is just do that 3 more times, and then I'm on my way. I will get back to you later.